Here we are, and welcome to Built by People on the Road. We are at the ILP Lighting Summit, and we're pleased to share with you some of the snippets of the great guests that were in attendance. We hope you enjoy the show. So here we are, we've got Dervin on the stand. We're at the first day of the Lighting Lives conference. So how's it been so far?
Yeah, really good. Really good to see you again. Really
Thanks.
good to see all the stands, see all the people, recognise all the faces. It's going to be a good event, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot going on, isn't there?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It should be interesting. I want to dive straight into the HEA side of things.
Yep.
Obviously, that's close to my heart. How's your time as president been so far?
Yeah, it's been really, really good. Thank you for your support, by the way, as always, past president. It's been really good. It's nice to try and make a difference in the industry, try and do some stuff for the next gen, do some stuff to try and raise the bar on some of the standards in our industry. And I think we're doing a good job, actually.
Is it what you expected?
I'd be lying if I said yes. It's full on, but it's full on for the right reasons. So I think if you're involved in an association or anything, it's a really good opportunity to give something back.
I love asking that question because I don't mean it in an exclusive way, but there's a small few that have done it.
Yeah.
And having done it, I walked in going, I think it's going to be this. And it totally isn't. That's on top of the day job as well, a voluntary role, but you get stuck in. I think it's hugely rewarding, but it is a whirlwind.
It definitely is. I think also it's just trying to find those moments where you can make a difference and where you can just push those little things along. I think it's about the small wins, not trying to achieve a big dream on it. So
that's it, that's exactly it. And going back to the next gen, I know that's something we kind of cooked up together a few years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's that progressing? I see you've got Hardeep and Vicky leading that now.
Yeah, so we've now got some chairs in there to drive that.
Yeah.
It's going really well. I think with Next Gen, if you look at HEA and other organisations, there is a real want to bring people into our industry. Yeah. So how to do that in a coordinated way so we're not all overlapping, so that together we can make a difference.
Yeah.
Where I think having people dedicated to it like Vicky and Hardeep will just allow a little bit more focus, a little bit more drive in that space. Looking forward to seeing how that progresses, and there are things planned. We raised a lot of money at an event earlier this year.
Yeah, how did that go? That was I was really impressed with how you did that, because obviously everyone sits there and they're like, oh, it just happens. Money grows on trees, this, that, the other.
No, it doesn't.
And using the raffle at the low leg event to generate opportunity and finance for HA Next Gen to do things seemed like a really good way of doing things.
Yeah, it was good that people, for everyone that donated, brilliant.
Yeah.
But the money went into the HEA Next Gen and also the YLP for the ILP as well. Because it needs investment to make things happen. So to attend events, to create content, it costs, as you know, right? So to get the industry to give back, to then invest back into the youth coming in, I think it's really, really important.
Good stuff.
Really.
So we'll see some things at the HA conference in November?
Yes, so we're ahead on our planning this year, which is a bonus. We've got entertainment booked.
Good stuff.
We'll probably avoid the karaoke, so we don't need people to be hiding under the tables at dinner.
I'm personally grateful for that one. Thank you.
Me too, by the way. We've got entertainment booked. We'll do the white papers. Again, I know we spoke previously about doing some panel discussions and the value of those as well. So, lots planned to try and address some of our industry challenges.
Oh, good stuff. Well, great to chat to you.
And you.
I'll leave you to the rest of the day.
Have a good event.
Very much.
Good to see you.
Catch up soon. Cheers, David. How are you? How's the first day of the conference been for you so far?
Yeah, we're set up, ready to go. And got some exciting things on display. So,
I was going to ask you straight away about that. Tell us some of the freebies that people can come past and collect whilst they see your stand.
Okay, right. So those who are looking for freebies, we've got a fantastic new beer glass on display this year.
Excellent.
Actually, we've put a bit of effort into designing a nice souvenir for the event. So
I look forward to that.
People should drop by and grab one of those.
Definitely be up for grabbing one of them. And in terms of technology and the industry and stuff like that, what are Indo bringing to the market in the coming months and years? What are you seeing? What direction do you think the industry is going to go in?
So there's some long-term insights I can share with you, but I think in terms of what we're seeing right now, we're seeing obviously local authority budget constraints.
Yeah.
We're seeing Gen 1 LED installations causing maintenance challenges for local authorities.
Yeah.
So we are addressing those points with our new ION range, which has basically been designed to offer 25-year design life at an extremely competitive price point. But importantly, it's got it offers that best whole lifetime cost proposition and can fit in with the budget constraints that local authorities have. In terms of longer term trends and what we're seeing the kind of future might hold, we're certainly seeing that local authorities like the idea of control and CMS, but there's sometimes budget pressures associated with that. So we're looking at ways that could potentially be offered in a more competitive, at a competitive price point.
Yeah,
so
that's a really interesting topic, that, because we're seeing it from the consultancy side, is that they're often buying a product around CMS and what it can do, but they just don't have, probably the resource is a better word, to implement fully what CMS can do and stuff like that. And I think as an industry, we'd do really well to find them combined solutions where you've got your products, CMS products and consultancy service that can really build packages for local authorities to get the most out of their assets through CMS and stuff like that.
Absolutely, and I think the other thing is there's more possibilities for control, and there's been options in the industry for kind of colour temperature controllability.
Yeah.
But actually, one of the features that we've been investing some effort in is also optic tunability via CMS. So that could be really powerful for local authorities who have complex kind of maintenance schemes, and they want to have one stock keeping unit to just do the locks. Yeah. And then through the CMS, they can adjust the optical parameters. Which
really
be quite
basically, that's amazing. Can I interrogate on that level?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you say fine tune the optic, is that through small mechanical within lantern, like moving lenses?
No,
How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, we've implemented it in a way that doesn't. It's not a solution that would cause any kind of lifetime implication. We've got the ability to direct more or less light to different lensing systems. Basically, that could mean that if we've got a footpath or a cycle way, that could be illuminated through one optical setting, and then if actually that's going into a residential road, that could be adjusted to add in a layer of additional optics to kind of provide a kind of more forward throw over a roadway. So the benefit to a local authority or a contractor is that they only have to keep one part in stock, and then through the control system they can make those adjustments.
Oh, that's really cool. I'd love to know more about that, genuinely.
Yes.
Post-Summit, we'll have to catch up and discuss all of that. So.
Yeah, and I think kind of one of the other exciting things is how can the tools that are now available, such as AI, and I know you and Connor are doing a talk about that later, but how we can utilise the power of those tools to help implement such schemes. Because obviously once you've got more and more adjustment and more capabilities of the luminaires with control systems, we want to strip out the hours and hours you could spend fine-tuning every single light point. It needs to be done in a way that can be relatively autonomous and straightforward and not taking up a lot of time. But that technology's there, and the tools that are available are getting more and more advanced. So I think there's a lot of exciting
possibilities
things.
Are endless, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, last question for you. Ready?
Yep.
What's the England score going to be tonight?
2-1.
Oh,
yes.
There you go. Are you at the gala dinner? We'll be watching that together and enjoy a beer and watch some football.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to that.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Good to catch up.
Congratulations on your presidential year. Yeah. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
It has. I never thought I'd do that journey. When you step up and volunteer at a local level, you do it with all the best heart and intent to make a difference to that community. At the time it was the Midland region community. And then it's just passion, it's just seeing the need for change in the industry, helping that change develop, mature, and then before you know it you volunteer for local authority chair, and then from that it's a springboard really to Board of Trustees at more to national level and the pathway to president.
Absolutely. I'm delighted to hear your 5 themes that you're bringing forward this year. It really resonated with
because it is about
things.
The members.
It really is,
it's about that development and that collaboration that we need.
It really is. I think, as you know, our passion in sort of the environmental sensitivities of things. So it was a delight to hear you talking about that this morning. I know we've got a really close understanding between the two of us on those sorts of issues as well. So have you got a thing you're most looking forward to in your year?
I think developing the next strategy. I think we are at the end of Strategy 2026. We've had huge success with some of those SIP projects, those project work streams. Membership has been a huge success. We can see that now with our membership, with the engagement across the industry, and also with the Engineering Council registration. Yeah. There is some overspill into the next strategy area, and we'll be looking for new themes. In thing is we can never ever be static in this. We've got to remain dynamic and agile, and that's what we need to do.
And it's trying to be a step ahead as well, isn't it? And always be that kind of, as you said in your address, that sort of expert and leading body.
We can only do that as a community. And I may serve the ILP as part of the Board of Trustees, but you're serving as a member and working in the industry. You are serving a purpose for the industry. And whilst I may have my presidential themes, they will align with the strategy, and I hope they align with members too. With what makes you get up in the morning, come to work, what's your passion? And I'm hoping those themes are reflected.
Well, everything you said so far in your address this morning, I think, has hit the nail on the head perfectly. All the best for your year.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
Lovely to have you on the podcast.
I'm sure we'll be co-creating again.
100%, we certainly will.
Hi Nick, morning, how are you?
Morning Richard,
How
good.
have the first sessions gone with the President's address?
Yeah, no, it was really good, and hearing what all the regions are up to as well, all really interesting for planning out the year ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a great start to the event, isn't it, where you can start to get a feel of the direction that they're
for me, I've been to quite a few of the London and South East region events in the past, and I'm quite keen to get out and about around the country, so knowing what a few of them are doing, I think that might be
helps you plan your
some useful train journeys coming up in the next 2 months.
And there's a bit of a battle between me and you, because I'm presenting at 12:30. But what have you got on at 12:30?
We're calling it a roundtable panel discussion, really to promote lighting journalism. I mean, it's going to be probably more informal than that. But we do 10 editions a year, 68 pages. We burn through a lot of content. We're always keen to get ILP members to submit articles, submit ideas, put some words together. And it's really just, while we're here, to get people around the table to say, what are you up to? Would you like to get involved?
Remind me, the next article comes out after conference on...
Well, I mean, actually, it's the July-August edition, and we've pushed the timings back a bit because it's a double edition. So we're going to actually get summer conference into the July edition.
Oh, great stuff.
And then there'll be more in September. So do July-August, September, October, then November, December.
And I think I'm penciled in to get an article in for later on in the year.
You've been penciled in for a while, Richard.
I know, I've let you down a little bit, haven't I?
No, but we're good.
But we're there, and I'm pretty sure we'll get a really great article together for the end. So
cool.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Enjoy the rest of it.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Dave, nice to have you on the podcast. I was wondering if you could just give us a quick introduction to yourself and the role that you do within the Welsh Government, is it?
It is, thank you, Richard. So my name's David Denner. I'm the Highways Technology Manager for Welsh Government. I manage everything with a cable in it at the side of the strategic road network in Wales. If I like you, I tell you I manage the street lighting. If I don't like you, I tell you I manage speed cameras. So that always upsets people when we're having these conversations down the pub.
And how are you finding the industry in terms of how it's evolving with technology and stuff like that? What do you enjoy most in terms of technology that's coming into the sector, and what are your biggest challenges right now?
Yeah, good question. So I think the industry has had slowed down prior to COVID. I think we had that real blip. I think what's happened now, COVID is 6 years ago. We've got to keep mentioning it. But it is getting better. Getting people out to networking events for CPD, that's really important, because that's where you learn about new technology. I've always enjoyed the lighting industry. It's been a passion of mine ever since I joined the Highways Council many, many years ago. So I think technology now moving forward, we talk about LEDs, we talk about CMS. I think it's what we can do to join the dots. What can we do? We've talked about the humble lighting column for years and years and years. What do we strap to the lighting column? How do we collect more data? Data's the new oil, as they say. But I tell people data's only the crude oil. You need to do something with it. We need to refine it. Exactly. So there's diesel or there's aviation fuel, different levels, and that's what we need to do with the data. So we need to be more intelligent. So I'm quite proud of the work we've been doing in Welsh Government. Even though we've only got 21,000 streetlights across the strategic road network, we've been working hard with the CMS suppliers, suppliers of the traffic counting system, so that we can dim the lights. I've always said my mantra is right light, right place, right time. And so we want to make sure that is applicable. 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't want the M4 burning at full brightness when you've only got 500 vehicles an hour going down there. So I think technology to do that, being reactive, using AI to monitor your road network, but not just from a lighting perspective. You know, it's about all parts of the network. How do we make those journeys safer for people? We still kill too many people on the roads in the UK, and we need to make those roads safer, whether it's, you know, daytime or nighttime. So we can have a real part to play, and using technology, using innovations. The other challenge, of course, is how do we get the younger generation into lighting?
Yeah.
Not just lighting, but into highways and engineering as a whole. It's not seen as the main sort of thrust of where they can go. I don't think they can earn the money. Yeah. I think there's a holdback. You know, they've got to become an accountant or a lawyer or a doctor. They see those as professional. I think one of the sad things we haven't done in the UK is register iEng and CEng and do it as a protected, you know, as an engineer as a protected. Yeah. You know, I got friends who's a window cleaner and he's a vision engineer. Yeah. You know, it becomes too watered down. Yeah. So I think what we need to be able to do is protect the word engineer, give it the same status, and then I think the next generation will think, well, I want to be an engineer because it's got some status. Yeah. I'll have the pay to go with it, and they can be proud of what they do.
Yeah, and I think that does align with the ILP, the HA, where they're really trying to raise that bar now, aren't they, to make it really count. I guess that would lead me to one question for you. How did you get into lighting then?
So I got into lighting, I won't give you the year, because I'll tell you how old I am. So I was working for Gwent County Council. Yeah. So that gives a bit of the edge away. And we had a new county surveyor, and he turned up, and they bought a computer which was sat in the corner of the desk. It was an old 286 computer, and they bought, I won't name the brand of software, but they bought some software, and he was sat on this computer, and they said they needed somebody to actually get the database. At the time, we had just under about 90,000 streetlights in Gwent County Council, and they were all on paper plans, which were all owned by the old SWALEC, South Wales Electricity Board. And my task, well, I got called up to his office on the 6th floor, and he had a lovely plush office and all oak panelling. And
something
I sat down, and he said, David, he said, a good engineer is adaptable. Because at the time I was working in traffic safety, road safety, minor schemes. And street lighting was something I never thought of. And he said, I'm going to move you into street lighting, and you can look after the inventory, and you can sort out the computer. So I thought, and I love a challenge. You know, if anybody challenges me, I'm there for it. So I went there and said, yes, Mr. Owen, I will. He didn't give me any more money. I was hoping for an increment. So that didn't work out. But I moved into street lighting. It was a great team back there. And it was very labour intensive because we had over 25 night scouts doing different routes. They would all drop off paper records. They would then all be handwritten onto job tickets to go out to the contractor. You know, very labour intensive. So I look back fondly with those days. But that's how I got into street lighting. I got told, and then the lighting manager said, you should join the ILE as it was. So I went to a couple of ILE events. There were some great people. And then just sort of worked my way up. I did the ILE lighting courses. I sort of, you know, it's paid my mortgage for many, many years. And I've been proud to be a member of the lighting community. And I'm proud to stand before you as the chair of the UK Lighting and Technology Board. Yeah,
you do a lot for the industry, and we are grateful for that. I'll wrap it up with one last question. Which
I thought the last one was the last one.
No, this is the really important question. Your accent gives it away, but who are you supporting in the World Cup?
Scotland.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So we'll
my wife is Scottish. She was born in Glasgow. So it would be rude of me to support England.
So but we can enjoy a quiet drink at the bar tonight whilst everyone's watching football.
I'll be quite happy with Croatia win. So,
there you go.
It's the wrong shaped ball for me though, Richard. I'm an egg chaser, yes. So whatever happens with the round ball, it doesn't really matter to me. But,
good stuff. Anyway, Dave,
all right,
thank you very much for
your
time.
Have a good conference. Take care.
Ryan? First off, congratulations. I hear you're now chair of London South East at the ILP, is that right?
Yes, that's right, Richard. Thank you.
How's that? What's your plans for the year?
So my plans for the year is electric avenues.
I've heard
of the
about
titans
this,
between street lighting and EV. Getting all that technical data. You know, I want to bring a new audience, training, etc. So my first event will be on September the 23rd.
Okay.
At the Tate Modern.
Yeah.
It's an all-day event, so from 9 till 5. And it's Electric Avenue, so I hope you can dance because there's going to be a bit of Eddie Grant.
Oh, Eddie Grant's there, isn't he?
That's it. So
and we were talking last night about it, weren't we? And one of the subjects you were talking to me about was batteries and EV charging. Is that something you'd want us to bring? Maybe do a paper on it, or something?
Yes, that'd be brilliant. Yes, I want something about battery storage. Actually, I want to know about the battery technology.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand, especially with people in EV, about how those batteries work, and especially in regards to range. As you're an EV driver, Richard,
you know I love my EV.
that.
And how is it with, you're obviously local authority, aren't you? Specifically looking after the EV side within the local authority.
Yes.
What do you find your biggest challenges are?
At this moment in time, cost payment solutions my biggest problem at the moment, because obviously residents want cheaper electricity. They want to be able to charge cheaper, and there are a manufacturer that is thinking that it's a lot cheaper from charging at home, get one of the most expensive, in the road. So at this moment in time, it is part of the ecosystem, and I believe in it, but unfortunately, just due to regulations, it can't be for all. So that's one challenge, which I'm seeing a massive rise in. But for us, being a CPO, so we've done something completely different as a local authority, where we're offering installing charge points, and obviously being able to set those tariff settings a lot cheaper than other CPOs can do. So
and going back to that cross pavement solution, it's a really tricky one because it seems such a basic solution because they don't think there's anything electrical involved in the installation. But as we talk about in industry with the ILP and the HA, you've got to keep that safety bar really high, haven't you? And when you're taking private supplies across a public carriageway, that's the big issue, isn't it? And I think there's a lot more to be done on it, as you say. I think from a product perspective, it's great, but I think from a legislation and safety perspective, there's a lot more to be done, isn't there?
There is a lot more to be done, but the HCA have done a great paper in regarding to the guidance of cross payment solution, and I think that as local authorities and officers, we've got to just stick with those guidelines, and just educate our members and our residents to explain the reason why you can have it or you cannot have it by using those regs.
Excellent, thank you. One last question for you. What's the score going to be tonight?
I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's 2-1 England.
Do you know you're the third person to say 2-1 England?
Yes.
So there you are.
Thank you very
much. Cheers, Ryan. Enjoy the rest of your day.